How's it, guys? Back again. I haven't put out a video of my previous fishing trips, so I'll do that soon. I'm currently on Rietspruit Dam here on. It's the one between Ogies and Kriel, not the one in Ventersdorp. Quite nippy this morning, very misty. We couldn't launch too early. It was extremely misty. Becomes dangerous because there are people that put motorized vessels on the water, and they might just run you over. So yeah, let's see if we can do something. The water temperature actually is not too bad. Slight wind and it makes it a bit nippy, but currently my fish finder shows 14 degrees Celsius, which is not bad. We should get some fish at Rietspruit. So how do they normally say it on the plane? Sit back, relax, and see how I catch them, and maybe hopefully I catch them. So yeah, thanks for joining and watching the video. So let's see if we can catch some fish here. I'm gonna just set up an whole thing and get myself positioned, and then I'll be back with you. Missed it. Yeah, it's seen. I didn't come prepared because my watch's battery went dead. It's 10 to 11. Had a couple of bites, didn't actually get something out, but the wind came up slightly as well. Bit irritating, but it's a we should get some fish today. It's going into winter now, so we're nearly a couple of days from winter, and then it's officially winter, so it is a bit more difficult to get them. Tried all the spinner baits and the fast moving baits, square balls, things like that. No success, so I'm slowing down again. Putting my all-time favorite out there. Always catches anything, no matter wind, cold, warm. It's a black fluke. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise in the cameras. But, I had 2 bites earlier, but they were very small, and you can see that by I had a worm on, and just pulls the worm down the hook. And you know, if it's a bigger bass, a proper bass with a big enough mouth, it'll just take the whole thing in, and you can do a nice hook set on it. So it's normally your smaller ones that just get part of the worm in the mouth, and then the hook part is not there. not in the mouth, and you miss them. So nothing to show yet. My apologies. I would love to get something on the line. Water temperature has gone up to where I'm currently now. I'm bright at now. If you look at there, on that side, when I first spoke to you, I was on that side. So I came all the way down this way. So we might get something here, because up there, absolutely nothing. I went past a couple of other guys on kayaks as well, and they have not picked up anything. Well, that is what they say, but they have not picked up on anything as well. So it's gonna be a quiet day. Maybe I don't have anything to show you, and then what I'll then do, if I don't catch any fish here today, and cross my fingers, I hope I do get something here today. I'll put in our trip from the fish that I caught from Rietspruit Dam. It's on while I'm speaking to you. It's on, and it feels like quite a nice bass. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just the line just got heavy, and I just picked up on the line. So yeah, so nice one. Okay, so I've got something to show you. Not too bad. See, there's the black fluke, right in the mouth, and for me, always, hey, man, it's something. It's one of those lures that you can really trust. It will definitely work for you, no matter winter, summer. It will always work for you. It's entangled in the camera. I've got everything now entangled in the camera. Take a little photograph. Radio. And just maybe show you when we measure the fish. Mouth must be closed and right up against the stop there, and just put this in line where it's actually on that's a 28 centimeters. Nothing to write home about, but nonetheless a fish. Let me just review that picture. And that's cool. That's it. So I'll get you up here again. So that's, yeah, it counts. Fish. Just let it go. Just buddy. Off it goes. So yeah, again you've seen on many of my videos, and most probably if you do follow me and you watch my videos, you'll see this little thing. This little thing always catches fish. A black fluke. So yeah, awesomeness. Let's see, maybe, you know, if there's towards the winter and late, I know my American friends call it fall, we call it autumn. They tend to bunch up a bit, so they would most probably, if you catch one fish in one spot, you'll hopefully get another one there. Let me get this camera just sighted nicely. So yeah, I did cast it out there a couple of times. There's like 2 reeds post out. I had a bit of anchor drag now, so I'm a bit far away from them now, and I have to cast into the wind. I can't get to them now, right now, so I'll have to most probably reposition. Yes, no, I can't get there. I will have to reposition to get back onto that spot. Those 2 reed bushes, there's just 2 little ones that's sticking out. I cast it right in between, and I felt the bite. I did get bite, but no commitment from the bass there, and missed them, and I just kept on casting it there, and it picked me up. So I'll be back. I'm just going to reposition, and then I'll be back repositioned, and got to turn the cameras back on again, and second cast back in that spot. Like I said, they them to school up a bit, and if you're gonna catch one there might be more. But they also the other drawback of that is they also tend to move. They will stay in the spot for a while, group of them, hunt down some bait fish and stuff like that, and then they will move on. So you will catch a couple in the spot, and then all of a sudden it just goes dead, and you don't catch any fish anymore. It's just because they moved on. So you need to just try and figure out where they went. And this is small, but it's still can. Small little one. It just doesn't make 25 centimeters, but hey, points are points. It looks like a good photo, and just let it go. Off it goes. At least it just jumped out of the water again. You're right next to me after I released it. Yeah. Again on the black fluke. So I'm gonna stay on the spot. And if after quite a couple of casts the lure doesn't work anymore, I know they move on, and then we move on as well. But while you're catching them on the spot, don't leave the spot. Don't leave bass to go and catch bass. While you're catching them on the spot, just stay there and fish for them. Go for it. Doesn't make sense to just leave them, and then sometimes you get to a spot and you get a whole bunch of small ones. And some of my other videos as well, I can't remember which dams it was. Small one, small one, small one, small one, and then all of a sudden you get a bigger size. So stay there. They might be small ones, but in between there are bigger ones. So if it doesn't help you cast 1,000 casts in one spot, it just tells you that it doesn't work. So most probably you've heard this on other videos and stuff as well. So you can take an awesome lure, the correct color, everything for the day, and cast it in the wrong spot and catch nothing. But you can take you can cast a lure that's actually not what they actually want for the day, and the color, the lure, whatever, and you can cast it in the right spot, and they will actually bite it eventually. I have a lot of people asking me, what's the best color, what's the best lure, what's the best. You know what, at the end of the day, if you go with 3 colors, black, green pumpkin, watermelon, yeah, man, you can't go wrong. If you go into a tackle store and look at what they have there, they have thousands of lures, and hundreds and hundreds of colors. So what do you choose? What's the fish gonna bite? Don't know. So for my South African followers, if you're like me, I watch a lot of YouTube videos as well, and I learn a lot from them. And all the videos that's out there, especially from Bass Pros, whatever they say is 100% correct. But there's always a but. It might not be applicable in South Africa. For instance, in early spring in the United States, red becomes the go-to color. Red. Because what they have there, they have crawdads or crayfish or crawfish. It's all the same thing. Now, South Africa, we don't have those. We don't have them. Freshwater. Talking about freshwater, not stuff you get in the sea. Freshwater, crawdads, crayfish, stuff like that. So you don't get them here. So what happens in the United States is these crawdads, they in the winter, they burrow themselves into the bottom, in the mud, and the whole thing, and they stay there for the whole winter. And the mud and stuff there is quite reddish color, brown reddish color, and when spring comes, they come out, but now their outer shells have taken on that color of the mud, and it's red, especially very early spring. I've got another one on here while I'm having a chat to you. So especially early spring in the United States, they go for dark red lures because of the crawdads. Now in South Africa we don't have them, so red's not going to work for you. Okay, if you do catch them on red, it's not, and that's the other thing. I'm not saying you're not going to catch something on red, but you're not going to be as successful as our USA counterparts, because you also heard of the thing called match the hatch. So sorry, I'm lifting you up now. You're back. How's it? So match the hatch. We don't have crawdads, so you're not going to be as successful with red in South Africa than our friends in the United States. So yeah, that's why colors for me: black, green pumpkin, watermelon, Junebug. There's another one. Yeah, add that fourth one, Junebug. It's always awesome. Junebug works. Let me just get this measured. It's a smallish one. It's still under 30 centimeters. It refuses to close its mouth. Yes, it plainly refuses. Now I have to get the mouth closed. Okay. Now we can take the photograph. It's 28 again. I'm not gonna get 28 because it's just shy of it. So there's a little fella. 28. No, very close to 28. 26. Yeah, 27. Let's let it go. Thanks, meneer. Off you go. There it goes. You see, the water's not too dirty, and that's also where things go. It's like the water's dirty, so you have to use this colors and that colors. Man, just use black, green pumpkin, watermelon, Junebug, and you sort it for the day. You should catch something, and then you can go on from there. We're especially talking about the guys that they're starting out now, and maybe the budget is not that big. You know, they can't go and spend thousands and thousands of rands on tackle. You know, you get in the tackle store and there's so much to choose from, and you don't know what to choose from. And everybody always asks, what's the best lure? I don't know. There's one thing that plays into what is the best lure, and it's not a physical thing. It's called confidence. If you have confidence in the lure, it works better. Why? I don't know at all. I don't know. I have no clue. But if you do not have confidence in the lure, for some reason it tends not to work for you. For some reason. And how do you get confidence in the lure? Fish it. Just have to fish it. But you know, it's sad to go and sit in the water the whole day casting lures you don't have confidence in and catching nothing. So myself, I'm not a pro, make no mistake, but I end up with my confidence lures. One of my confidence lures, as you have noticed by now, is a black fluke. So yeah, that's one of my confidence lures. Other one would be a Senko, and then a Ned rig. A Ned rig, that's an all-rounder as well. You can fish a Ned rig right straight through the year. You can fish it in clean water. You can fish it in dirty water. Normally the guys say fish dirty water, you have to have something with vibration and the whole thing, but there's a whole lot of things that goes into it. When you fish very dirty water, you have to get close to cover, very close to cover, because that is what the bass does. If the water is extremely muddy and you can't see nothing, they're gonna keep very close to cover. It's like you being in a room, a dark room, no lights. If you want to get out of the room, the first thing you're gonna do is get to the wall and feel your way to the door to get out. Bass does the same. They keep tight against the cover, and that's where you have to put your lure in. Sometimes you have to, if you look at the reeds and stuff over here, you have to put it right in there. But the water is not that dirty here, so I don't think they will be. You can never say they won't be, but not a lot of bass in the reeds itself. But we're gonna fish so a couple of more places, and we'll check if it does work. You know, if you don't cast there, and if you'll never know. So yeah, so I'll get back to you guys if I pick up something else. I've got now 3 bass, on the same spot, so I'll keep on going with it, and let's see if there's a bit more. If after about 10-15 casts I don't get anything, then I know they've moved along, and I'll have to go and search for them again.